Welcome, everyone. I think we've got a hot mic now, right? Wave if you can't hear me. Oh, there you go. Hey, we're good. We're getting thumbs up all the way back, 5 by 5. Well, welcome, everyone. On behalf of our family and the friends who helped put this event together, we want to say thank you for being here. My name is Joe Pursch. I'm Dr. Pursch's eldest son. It's my... and I'm honored to receive that. Honored to follow in a life well lived and many lives changed by Dad. So that's why we're gathered here today. I just want to make a short mention of some things on your tables, and then I'm going to introduce my sister Andrea for a moment. She has a special word of thanks from our family for some special people. Also want to thank Enzo and the wonderful staff here at one of my dad's favorite restaurants. Let's give them a round of applause. That eternal question in everyone's mind when they come to an event is, where are the restrooms? And you can find them down at that end of the building. So yes, you will have to maybe scoot through that way, but they're back there for you. There are some things on the tables for you. I hope you see just, or we're going to get those. If you didn't get them when you walked in, you get them when you walked out. Just a memorial item for this occasion with some of Dad's pictures on it. And then a bookmark, because he was a lover of books, and many of you were influenced by the books that became part of his life as he taught himself English and gained a vision for communicating things that matter. We've prepared a bookmark for you so that it has some of the catchphrases that you may have heard in his speaking or in a counseling moment with him, and that's our gift to you. My sister Andrea would like to step forward for just a moment and thank some special people.
Hi, everybody. On behalf of the family, we want to acknowledge and thank a few people who were so special to Dad and to our family over the last 6 months and even longer, really. But I don't want to set the tone for the day, but I do want to talk about the last 6 months because I would be remiss in not acknowledging these people. First of all, Dr. Frank Rose. Are you here, Dr. Rose? Well, we're going to praise him anyway. He was Dad's personal physician and friend of many years. And when Dad's health took a turn in January, and he was discharged from the hospital a little bit worse than he went in, Dr. Rose impressed upon us that we needed to really hit the ground running. And he led the way. He saw Dad every 2 weeks. He rolled his stool to be knees to knees and eyes to eyes with Dad, who was in a wheelchair. He spent that hour encouraging Dad gently to rally, but sometimes fiercely to fight. And for our family, he was available 24/7. He was calm and clear, and he provided us with very sensitive counsel when we had some pretty difficult decisions to make. So our family thanks him very much. Dexter was Dad's personal trainer. They worked out 2 times a week for years. You wouldn't know it looking at Dexter. He looks, 25. When Dad couldn't get to Dexter, Dexter came to Dad. And when Dad was too weak to work, Dexter just stayed and visited or took him outside in his wheelchair around his condo grounds. When Dad knew that Dexter was coming, even though he had some trouble eating, Dad would eat, saying to one of his caregivers, "I don't want to disappoint Dexter." So thank you, Dexter. My husband Mike was a great companion to my dad. And on a recent visit that I remember so well, Dad was singing a lot in the end, and Mike was going through his cell phone to try to identify the song, to help Dad kind of tell us what he was singing. And Dad reached out and rested his hand on Mike's arm, a gesture that I imagine many of you experienced. When he wanted to emphasize something of a gentle nature, he would sort of hang on to you while he told you. It was very touching. And he said something like, "Remind me again why it is that I find you so interesting." But it was a very sincere and earnest question. He could see the dots, he just couldn't connect them, and he was trying to match the face to the feeling that it generated in his heart. He loved Mike. Mike was son number 4. And last but not least, Jasmine and Sari. These 2 lovely women up here. We already knew Jasmine, or Sari, and she brought us Jasmine. And they lived with Dad 24/7 for 6 months. Not only did they keep him watered and fed, They nurtured him in so many other ways. They took him on road trips, I can't look to Jollibee for Filipino treats. They took him to Dana Point for picnics and Gelson's for coffee. They touched him. They made him smile. They made him laugh. They even had him singing Italian songs to youth. He sang a lot. It was hauntingly beautiful that he sang more in the end than he spoke. Jasmine sent me a video that she captured from the screen of the monitor that we kept in his bedroom of him lying in the dark with his eyes closed, singing full-throated a song in Serbian from his childhood, singing himself to sleep. Jasmine and Sari cried with us beside his body. These women are family now. And finally, my big brother Joe. I didn't know how much it would mean to me to have him with me in the end until he was. So thank you.
Andrea has been fully devoted, deeply caring, beyond the call, for long stretches of time for Dad. As your brother, I love you and thank you. And no words can express. Of course, every life does have its passings, and it has its moments of frailty, which we were part of with Dad. And we thank you for allowing us to speak for a moment from that time. A noble life, challenged at the end, but committed and determined through every footstep.